Your child's executive functioning skills are all over the place and showing up in ways that just do not make sense, right? For example, they'll do the homework assignment, but yet they'll leave it on the dining room table and not turn it in. This is leaving you frustrated, overwhelmed, not knowing what to do, and feeling like you're playing a game of whack-a-mole to try and figure out how to help your kiddo. Sometimes they spend their day kind of stressed, or when they're about to leave in the transition times because they can't find one thing, they can't find another. They'll be excited to go to their game, but yet they'll forget an important piece of their equipment where may not be able to participate without it. What I see very common is that each one of these struggles, parents try and remediate as if they're an individual problem, and we try and find solutions for them. But I'm going to challenge you to think beyond looking at each one of these as individual situations. Let's put on our executive functioning lens and look at them through the eyes of executive functioning. I'm Nicole Santa Maria, and I'm going to guide you how to use the 11 executive functioning skills to figure out your kiddo's strengths and areas that they need to work on so that you have their executive functioning profile, and then you finally will not be playing whack-a-mole anymore because you'll have a strategy on where you can help your kiddo. What I see that happens over and over again is by the time families come to me, they've tried so many different things. They've tried the pep talk, they've tried the timer, the behavior charts, and they still are at a loss and they can't figure out what to do next. And I'm going to tell you the reason why is because without knowing which executive functioning skills to support, you're going to be all over the place. So let's get into the executive functioning skills and how you can figure out how to use them. I'm going to do something I never do. I'm actually going to walk you through the 11 executive functioning skills. Hold on, I promise it'll be quick. We're going to bring case studies. By the end, as I'm going through them, I want you to start actively thinking of your own child as I'm reading them out. Are you ready? Because when we get to the end, you're going to be able to figure out which ones your child is good at and which one they're not so good at. Here we go. Response inhibition. This looks like they don't have any breaks, any pauses, and they pretty much just say and act out first thing that comes to their mind. Flexibility. If things fall apart, don't go as expected, does your child have a really hard time recovering? If so, flexibility might be their weak spot. Organization, probably the most common executive functioning skills. Are they always losing their stuff? Do they have a place? Does every place have a home? Are they stressed about where their things are? Organization might be at fault. Time awareness, also known as time management. Does your child just take forever to do super easy things? Or do they do things so fast that they end up with some errors and things aren't accurate? This could be a time awareness problem. Prioritization. This one is a sneaky one, right? Sometimes it's not about starting the thing, organizing the space. It's about looking at the whole big picture, which is metacognition, and saying, this is what is most important, this is what I need to do now, and this is what will make the most difference. Prioritization, that is a big one. And then we have procrastination, which is literally the opposite of task initiation, right? Can they get started with something? I gotta do this, I'm doing it, it's done. Do they dilly-dally, get 7 glasses of water, and procrastinate? That would be task initiation. And this one, I kind of like how it sounds, metacognition. So this one is basically, can they look back, look at the big picture, right? Looking at social situations. Can they read the room? Can they learn from past experiences? I like to call this a big bird's eye view of what's going on. And of course, we have attention, being able to do the things, have enough focus to start the task and complete the task. We also have working memory, which is your child's ability to store something in their memory. Here's the tricky part. They have to be able to pull it out and use it in context when they need it. So these are the major executive functioning skills, right? These are the main players in the game. I want you to take a minute, stop, maybe close your eyes and be like, okay, I can pick 1 or 2 that my kiddo definitely struggles with, but equally important, I want you to pick 1 or 2 that your kiddo is really good at. Because remember, this is a profile of all the skills, and we each have different skills that we're good at and each skills that we're working at. And the best part is that these skills can and will get better with the right strategies. A great way to do this also is with the checklist. I created an executive functioning guide that breaks down this whole process with a little bit more step by step and a little more hand holding. And we'll have that right in here for you to get. It's 100% free. One of my favorite aspects is the checklist here. It's tangible, and the best part is that parents can go through it within 5 minutes. By the end of the guide, you're going to walk away with 2 or 3 of your child's executive functioning strengths, and you're going to walk away with 2 or 3 of your child's executive functioning skills that they need to work on. And you'll also be able to have a plan of where to focus your energy, your resources, and how to look at your child with a new set of eyes, knowing that they're struggling with executive functioning skills and the skills can get better. Really opens you up to the possibilities of solutions and supports that you can have for them. So go ahead, grab the guide below, and let me know what you think.